Evangelion fans and robot fans, we have here the Eva-001 from, guess who? Mafex, aka Medicom Toys, and honestly, I'm surprised they actually made a 1/12 scale. I didn't even know they actually had licensing rights, so this must have been recently, and even here on the box it says Evangelion officially licensed. So this is awesome, because I was surprised how great this figure is. And even the figure alone is just amazing, and the box art as well. You can see here in the box, it has a little NERB logo and has emergency. For those that watch the anime, you know what that happens. And then the back of the box, you go in super detailed of the figure's accessories, the figure's looks, and just how much articulation it has. And honestly, it has a lot of articulation. I'm just surprised how much better it is than the Robotech one I recently purchased last year. But overall, let's get this review going. Mafex did a heck of a job with the design of this figure. They really captured the look, and honestly the colors are so bright and gorgeous. And there's very limited like paint app issues where I noticed, like there's one right here, and there's some little spots there, but honestly not that big. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but there's always a figure with paint app issues, fortunately, and that's what we're gonna have to live with. But overall, the figure has great paint, great sculpt, and it's just amazing. Even the little areas have joints, like the knee pad here has a little nub joint, and then just amazing. Even this has a joint. Where's the joints? Where are the rest of the joints? So yeah, it's just great looking. And for those that are curious about the scale, he does supposedly stand at 1/12, but a little bit more taller than 1/12. Like for example, we have here the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider, and you can see here that he really overtakes that height. I want to say maybe 8 inches high, because I mean this. I'm guessing Storm Collectibles will be around here, so this would be 8, and I'm including the horn as well. So of course I'm being a little biased there. And just look at that horn. I did see some people have received theirs with a little damaged horn, which sucks, and hopefully they get it replaced by Mafex. Now as for the side of the character, you can see here the logo, and you can see here the description of the arm. Really nice texture, doesn't even look blurry. And it just shows how much appreciation they did for this figure. Now, as for accessories for the Eva-001, you actually get a lot of accessories. We're going to start off with the head sculpt, which is an extra angry head sculpt, and has an open mouth right here. You can see really great detail they did, and the paint is so well done. And for swapping out this head sculpt, you're just going to have to grab the old head, slightly pull it off, pop it out. You can see the head joint, and then you're going to put in the new head, which I just templed. You can see here. Oops, it's a little bit tough because it keeps pushing back. There you go. And now the head sculpt is in. Looks good, scales well with the figure. You get a left and right open reach hand, so it looks like it's grasping. You get a left and right open grip hand, and this should mostly be for the AT field braking piece that it comes with. You get a left and right trigger hand. You get a left and right knife hand. You get a left and right running hands, or you can also use them as karate chopping hands. And you also get a left and right fisted hand. As for default, you also get a left and right relaxed gripping hand. As for swapping hands, I'm going to swap out the fisted hand with the relaxed hand. And you can see here a little tiny nub joint. And just be careful because this thing was a little bit tough to swap in. And if it gives you a hard time, of course, hot water or just heat it up. As for weapons, you got the Gatling gun, and this thing is amazing. The paint itself is so well detailed. It has a nice metallic look. And even the piece right here rolls, so you can just move it around, looks like you're actually shooting around. But the thing that throws me off is that if you aim the Gatling gun straight and you rotate it this way, it looks like it's pointing down. So I don't know if it's something to do with the figure, I'm sorry, the quality on the accessory here, but just a heads up for those that are like, hey, why is it pointing down? As for the ammo clip, you can actually remove it. You can see little bullet details there, so it's a nice touch. They didn't even have to add that part, but that's really nice they did. And of course for the hand, you're going to use the trigger hand. And that's it for moving any other parts in this gun. One sweet thing that Mafex added was the AT field. And this thing is just nicely done. You can actually see through in the back, and you can use the AT field gripping hands right here. And it might get you a little tough, so you're just going to have to move around the hand, and eventually you get a grip. You also get another weapon, which is a knife. You see here it's really sculpted well, nice paint app, even just the tiny details it's there. You can see the little shadowy and the metallic feel, really nice part on Mafex end. And which hand to use the sword? No, sorry, the knife, it's going to be this hand. So you're just going to grip it in there and it clicks in with no problems. A sweet accessory that Mafex added was actually this piece that goes with the figure, and this will actually be where you pulled out the dagger. And pretty much you're going to see this piece that's actually connected on the right shoulder. You're going to pop it off, you're going to see a little tiny joint hole, and then you're going to go here, you can see the tiny joint hole here, click it in, it goes no problems. Another sweet weapon that Mafex provided us was actually the pallet weapon. Another sweet piece that Mafex actually added was the pallet gun, and this thing is so well done. The paint work is amazing. You have the little metallic tip here, and it just has a nice little camo military look on it. I'm just amazed how nice this is. Another piece you actually get is the entry plug, and it goes pretty much this far long. Not crazy long, well actually this is crazy long, but it has a really nice feel. Paint is great, and you're going to see for those that want to use it, you have to plug it in the back here, and connects no problems. Not even loose at all. Another great piece that Mafex added was actually the entry plug hatch, and this actually goes in the back of the figure. You're going to see here there's a hole and 2 little pegs, and this comes with this little entry plug and this long extended entry plug. And these are, even though they're little things, they're actually great in paint apps. You see here, nice gray color. It's just surprising. Mafex went out of the way to do this. And on to install this, pretty much you're going to grab the Eva-001. You're going to see here the back peg. You're going to pull it up, and then you're going to insert it back here. See the 2 peg holes. Clicks in with no problems. I'm going to go with the long entry plug. And there you go. I might have put it the wrong way actually. Yeah, looks amazing. Another sweet item you actually get from Mafex is a Mafex stand, which I'm surprised. I owned a lot of Mafex before, but I've never actually gotten a stand before. And this is very similar to, like, you know, your Figma or your Figart stand. So you just grab the character here, and this goes really well. The only complaint is it's kind of loose. So even with the character doesn't weigh that much, it's still a little bit clunky. But overall, they gave us a stand, and that's really nice of them. To start off with articulation, we're going to start off with the head. The head can tilt this far down, it can look this much back, and you actually have a ball joint head, so just a heads up. For the neck, that's where I'm a little bit confused, because it looks like you move the head neck a lot, but you're kind of just able to push it up a little bit high and push it down a little bit down. So not a lot of articulation there, just up and down. But you know, they give us a neck joint, which is better than nothing. Now as we're tilting the head, you can tilt this far left and tilt that far right. And of course you can spin the head with no problems. Eva-001 has a lot of great articulation, that's for sure. The only con is that this shoulder piece is in the way. So you're gonna have to like try to tilt and play around with it to the point that it doesn't get in the way. For example, I just tilted this far left, sorry, that far right on that side, and then I can raise the arm this high up. And then right there it just pops off. So it's really loose, and I think it's just because the little tiny tiny nub joints in this. So just a heads up. Now as we're lifting the arm higher, you can go this far up, and you can rotate them with no problems. You also do have some kind of like butterfly joint system here, so you can go that far left, sorry, that far forward and that far back. And you do have the ability to actually tilt this area a little left and a little right. Now as for elbows, you do have double jointed, which is great. You can go this far back, and let's see, you can actually rotate the elbows with no problems at all. And as for hand rotation, a lot of great range there. As for going hand up, you can go this far up and that far down. I think just because in some places right here in the tip is in the way, so I'm going to have to move the arm here. All right, there you go. Now the hand can go far up and far down. Now as for articulation on the torso and ab area, you do have a lot of angle there. You have like this torso piece that connects to this. I don't know what's in here, but this joint system is like kind of bendable, so you can go this far down. And you see here the system kind of, I mean, I don't have a line, but I'm sure it's like kind of like similar to Hellboy's. Now as for the waist, you can push a little bit forward using the legs down. You can go that far down. So a lot of range there. And as for backing up, you can go this far back. Now as for using the torso, seems like this part is actually rubbery. There you go. As for using the torso in the back, go that far back. So the torso area is not a lot of range, but you know, you get a good amount that you can play around with. As for tilting it, you can tilt this far left and that far right. Now, my favorite part of the figure is actually the leg articulation. It has so much range, and just surprisingly that this figure has so much great articulation in the bottom. Now, so the legs, you can actually pop out the leg, and there's a little pop method here. You can actually plug it back in. You can actually tilt the leg this far left and that far right. So a lot of range there. And you do have double jointed knees, so you can actually go this far back with no problems. You can kick this far back with no problems. And as for kicking forward, you can kick really far forward to the point that you can actually touch your face. And as for the lower legs articulation, a lot of great points there, especially with these areas. Like there's little nub joints here and joints here. And this, all it can do is go back and forth, but you know, in case you want to look like you're jumping, you can actually push it and it looks like it's part of the figure's design, not showing the joint, which is really nice. And then you have the knee pads here. You can just actually push this far up and that far down. You can tilt this far left and that far right on them. And if you want to take them off, they actually are on a little joint here. Just be sure to heat it up. That's for the ankle articulation. A lot of great range there. It's actually on a ball joint, so you can go pretty much everywhere with it. You can go this far left and that far right. And of course, I like to mention paint apps in the bottom of the feet. That's a plus. Amazing job there, Mafex. That's for kicking with kicking with the knee. You can go this far up and that far down. You do have, of course, toe pivot, which is really great. Not even the Robotech one has this, and this is really nice. You can go this far up, and actually you cannot go down. So you're just able to go up, but at least they gave us that toe pivot. Now for a scale comparison, here's the Figuarts Vegeta next to the Eva-001. Scale comparison between the Marvel Legends next to Eva. A scale comparison with the Hasbro Soundwave next to Eva. A scale comparison with a high-grade Gundam next to Eva. Scale comparison with the NECA Godzilla next to Eva. And the final scale comparison is the Robotech Eva-1 next to the Mafex Eva-001. And honestly, looking at these two, you know who takes the crown, the Mafex one. I mean, don't get me wrong, Robotech did an amazing job, but paint app wise, articulation wise, Mafex did a heck of a job. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Robotech did good, but now Mafex is really taking the crown here. And I did want to fix an error. I mentioned earlier that this one didn't have toe pivot, which actually does. So my error there, guys. So overall, Mafex did such a great job in this figure. I'm just surprised how great they did, especially with their first robot in the Mafex 112 scale line. I guess my only complaint is that, you know, there's a QC error here where this piece popped off. So I'm going to have to hot glue. I don't know if you guys can see in the picture, but it keeps popping off. And also these shoulder pieces are way too sensitive. You know, I don't know if it's the nub, like right there, both these just fell down. But you know, it's something easily that can be just insert back in, and maybe some nail polish or wood trim would also help that out. And also the joints are getting a little bit clunkier on mine. And another thing is that this seems like the balance just keeps falling off. The more I play around with it, I don't know if it's just the joints on the legs or the ankle, but it just keeps leaning. But I mean, easily that could be, you know, some wood flooring might help it, or just trying to find a good posture that doesn't fall. But overall, this figure's amazing. Has great paint apps, has a lot of accessories, which I'm surprised, and just the amount of articulation is insane. And I hope that Mafex keeps making more down the line. And honestly, I can't wait to see, that's for sure. So yeah, guys, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post them below, and I'll do my best to respond back. And like always, thanks for watching, and take care.